The Flipped Classroom Podcast. What are some best practices for flipping the classroom? Presented by Jeffrey Anderson and Larry Hess of Ohio University. Learning outcomes. After watching this podcast, you should remember and understand some best practices for flipping the classroom. First, be upfront with your expectations. While the flipped classroom is gaining in popularity, many students haven't taken this type of class before. Explain class policies like attendance and participation through a well-crafted syllabus. Let students know your expectations on out-of-class assignments and in-class activities. Also, take some time to tell students why you're using this approach. Some of the benefits like active learning, critical thinking, and higher cognitive learning will help get buy-in from students and let them know that you care about quality teaching. Another best practice is to break the content into chunks by creating a series of 5 to 10 minute video segments. Chunking is the strategy of presenting content in short, bite-sized chunks rather than monolithic hour-long lectures. This is better suited to students' attention span and provides the flexibility to tailor instruction to individual students. Those with less preparation can dwell longer on background material without feeling uncomfortable about how they may be perceived by classmates or the instructor. Another best practice is to provide an online activity immediately after the lecture. These online activities can take the form of quizzes or interactive exercises. These activities provide an opportunity for students to review their progress and apply the concepts that they have learned. These activities also provide an opportunity for instructors to monitor student understanding. With this knowledge, instructors can adapt how they use class time to spend more time on concepts where students have less understanding. Assess early and often. Provide lots of small stakes assignments where students can test their knowledge. These types of assessments also help instructors prepare for class. This way they can spend more time telling students what they don't know and less time telling students what they already know. These small stakes incentives give students the motivation to prepare for class and come ready to discuss class concepts. Practice agile teaching. Take a flexible and agile approach to help students where they're needed. Use the information from assessments to tailor your instruction for the class. Reviewing concepts where students are struggling. Using activities to help students apply those concepts based on their learning needs. And take a scrambled approach. The lecture is not dead. Students need to hear from teachers. When trimmed down substantially and used intentionally with other methods, the lecture is not just about video clips. Instructors can use lectures to compare theories, to outline and organize what they think is important and needs to rise to the top. Students need to hear from instructors, but a lecture of 5 to 10 minutes is much more appropriate than one of an hour or longer. Take some chances with the flipped classroom. It's really about letting go. Active teaching requires that you relinquish some control over the classroom. The flipped classroom involves taking some risks. It's noisy, it's chaotic at times, but there's real learning that's taking place if you allow yourself to let go of a little bit of control. Summary. In this episode, we reviewed some best practices for flipping the classroom, including breaking video lecture content into chunks of 5 to 10 minute segments by providing online activities to reinforce learning, to assess early and often, allowing one to practice agile teaching, and the role of the in-class lecture, and finally, learning to let go.